Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. We've got regional basketball for you today as we have two teams that haven't played each other in a while. It's the Falcons of Fairfield. They'll take on the Concordia Cadets. The Cadets will be the home team in tonight's game, or this afternoon's game, excuse me. Got my time clock all mixed up here. And Fairfield on the season has had a pretty good season. They play in a little bit of a smaller conference than the Cadets, and they will do battle tonight. These two teams have been here before at this regional. Last year, the Cadets made it this far, but they were defeated in the first round by Heritage Christian Academy, and the Falcons were here last year as well. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance training offers athletes coordinated care and instant access at the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Also, Parkview Sports Medicine wants to be your go-to for all local sports with scores and highlights for all area schools. Parkview Sports Medicine wants to celebrate the accomplishments of the athletes on and off the court. To make Parkview Sports Medicine a part of your team, give us a call at 266-4007 or log on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Big-Eyed Fish supports Fort Wayne area athletics and has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Originally located at historic 1502 North Wells Street, you can also visit their express locations at 3001 Hillegas Road and their express north location at 10,380 Leo Road. Big-Eyed Fish has a 4.3 star ranking out of 5 with over 215 Google reviews. Find us at originalbigeyeedfish.com. Or you can visit us at bigeyeedfishexpress.com. Don't forget to join our Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big-Eyed Fish. Parkview Sports Medicine has a new Ortho Express Clinic, and it's your new home for all your orthopedic needs. Instant access to physicians, x-rays, physical therapy, performance and sports dietitians are all at your fingertips. At the new Parkview Ortho Express, we meet the athletes when and where they are playing inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse with evening and weekend hours. Parkview Ortho Express. Learn more at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll talk about these two teams. I'm your host this afternoon, Ryan Dellinger, and I will be with you all day here at the Columbia City Regional. We'll take a quick time out. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Once again, this is a regional matchup between two very good teams, the Lady Cadets of Concordia and the Fairfield Falcons. The winner of this game will advance out to either the Valpo or Logansport semi-state next week, and the winner will take on the winner of the Twin Lakes Regional. Earlier action this morning here at Columbia City, it was Heritage Heights over Marion, 50-37, and what quite frankly was an ugly game at times, especially for the Marion Giants. They turned the ball over quickly. They did not know what hit them. They were down 15-2 early, and they could never catch up from that point on. Well, let's take a look at these two teams. Fairfield comes in ranked with a 22-2 record. They're coached by Brody Garber. He's 91-47 in his 6 years at Fairfield. Meanwhile, the Cadets come into this game 17-7. They're coached by Dave Miller. He's 253-109 in his 15 years at Concordia. He has a 433-201 mark in 28 years of coaching high school basketball. The Sagarin ratings for Concordia, they check in at 83.89. That's good for 35th overall, third in Class 3A. Fairfield, meanwhile, checks in at 80.71. That's good for 53rd overall in the state and 10th in Class 3A. The last outing for Fairfield, they were able to beat Wawasee in the championship game, 42-37, while Concordia took down Angola at the Dwenger sectional, 49-39. The series between these two teams, I was incorrect. These two teams have never met. I thought these were the two teams they had a few years ago where a ball through was thrown in full length to the court, but I was incorrect. So somebody will get on the ledger tonight. A prediction from this game on the internet has Concordia in a close one, 42-41. So we'll see if that's actually true. John Harrell's the person that helps with all of our bookkeeping per se, and he thinks Concordia will win by 1 tonight this afternoon over the Fairfield Falcons. So we'll take a quick timeout. We'll take a look at the players when we come back. You're watching high school regional basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab.
Welcome back to the Columbia City Regional as the two teams finish up their warm-ups and having a bit of a technical difficulty here. Now it is. Our filming's back together here. It was shuttering on my screen, so I don't know if you can see that at home. So let's take a look at these two teams before we get started. First, for the Lady Cadets, they're coached by Dave Miller. They're 17-7 overall. They finished 5-4 in the Summit Athletic Conference. How they got here? They beat New Haven 55-11. They beat Leo 43-23 and Angola 49-39. They're led in scoring by Carissa Garcia. She leads the team with 20 points. She gets some help on the court from Libby Hetler. She's checks in with 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And they also get some inside play from Chastity Craig. She's scoring 8 points and 6 rebounds per game. For the Falcons of Fairfield, they are coached by Brody Garber. They're 22-2. They went 11-0 in the Northeast Corner Conference. They get balanced scoring throughout the lineup. Erica Zook is their leading scorer with 12 points per game. Katie Lashley comes in with 8 points per game. Jordan Kintai with 9, and Felicity Bonstreiger with 9 as well. How they got here? Well, they only had to play 2 teams to win their sectional. They beat Northwood 40-32, and then they beat Wawasee 42-34 to advance to this regional. Their last loss was at the hands of the West Noble team on the 12th of January, 61-56. Concordia's last loss was back on the 5th of January when they were beaten by Lures 50-40. So when they announce the starters, we'll turn it over to the public address announcer. Having a few quick announcements here. Once again, the winner of this game will advance out and will go to the Valpo or Logansport semi-state, and will take on the winner of the Twin Lakes Regional. The officials for tonight's game are Bradley Warner from Anderson, Trent Ward of Noblesville, and Gary Chambers of Galveston. The alternative tonight will be Scott Dixon, and he is from Groverton. He will jump into the game if we have an injury to one of our officials. Both teams on the court, and I'm not sure if we'll have a national anthem again or not. They did it during the first game. And they're continuing with their announcements. Once again, my name is Ryan Dellinger. I'll be your host tonight. You can find me on Twitter at RHIN0071. And we'd love to hear from you tonight. Tweet to us either at my handle or at the Summit City Sports handle, 260 Sports. We'd love to hear from you tonight, or this afternoon. Sorry, tonight I'm used to doing all evening games. And today we're in the middle of the afternoon here at Columbia City. A cold day outside. It's going to be nice and warm here in the friendly confines of Columbia City's gym. Like I said earlier, it was Hamilton Heights over Marion, 50-37. And quite frankly, Hamilton Heights led from minute 1 and never looked back as they cruised to an easy victory over Marion, 50-37. At the Kokomo Regional, it was Southside big over Carroll. I'm not sure what the final score was because it was still going on as we came on the air. We'll try to get an updated score, but at last check, they were up by about 30 points over Carroll. And they would advance to the Kokomo Championship game tonight at 8 o'clock, and more than likely will meet one of their arch nemesis, the team they've already played this season, were beaten by, the Carmel Lady Greyhounds. And now some of the players being announced. For first, I believe, Fairfield. So your starters for the Falcons will be Zook, Lockwood, Kintai, Bonstreiger, and Schwartz. And now we'll have the starters for the Lady Cadets of Concordia. They have been here the last 3 years in a row and have had a rough time of it here at this regional. They'll do the non-starters first, and then we'll have the starters for you here shortly. So your starters for the Cadets, it'll be Patterson, Garcia, Callaway, Hetler, and Chastity Craig. Chastity Craig, well, we saw a tall girl in our first game today. We got another one in this game. It's Chastity Craig. She's 6'2", and ladies and gentlemen, she's just a freshman. She has really found her way as the season has progressed. She has become much more physical and a little more aggressive on the offensive end, and she'll jump up against number 23, Kintaw, and she stands at 6 foot tall. So we are ready to go. Concordia will be dressed in their home whites with the maroon numbers and letters, while the Falcons will be in their navy blue with gold letters and numbers. And Concordia will control. They'll be the home team on the scoreboard. And it'll be Patterson with the ball. And the Falcons will start out in a man-to-man defense as Patterson will drive to the right, look inside, and the ball's kicked out of bounds by number 20. That's Lockwood. She kicks it out of bounds, and Concordia controls with 7:46 to play here in our first quarter. Neither one of these teams really want to get into an up and down type of game. Both teams would rather keep it in the 40s than get into the 60s. Garcia goes left, and you have to know where she's at. She'll dribble between the legs, get a step, throw it up off the backboard, and it'll go right to Craig. She'll miss the bunny, but Hetler comes up with it, and it'll be a jump ball, and it will go to the Falcons. So Craig gets a rebound, can do nothing with it. And the ball will go to the Falcons as they will have it on the right wing. They'll look inside, nothing there, so they'll swing it all the way around to the far side of the court. And now back to the near side. Number 25 takes the shot. It's off the back of the rim, but rebounded there by the Falcons. Number 23, Kintaw with the rebound, and I believe we've got our first foul of the game. That'll be on Garcia, her first, team's first. And the Falcons will inbounds. They'll throw it, and it'll go out of bounds, as I believe that was number 20 trying to hit one of, or no, it was number 11, Zook, who threw it out of bounds for the Falcons, their first turnover. No scoring here. We're early, not even out of the first minute at the Columbia City semifinal game between Concordia and the Fairfield Falcons. Cece Calloway, a freshman, with the ball, and she'll give it up to the junior. Now back to the senior Paige Patterson. She'll look. They'll run two players across the top. I think Concordia had the wrong people moving through that offense as Craig and Hetler ended up in the same spot. Ball gets deflected out of bounds, and it'll be an inbounds now in front of the Fairfield bench, and that will be Paige Patterson to Garcia. And Garcia averages 20 points a game. She can shoot from anywhere on the court. Honestly, she gets on the other side of half court, she is wide open. Hetler with it now for the Cadets. She'll fire cross court over to Calloway. She'll drive baseline, cut off, and Patterson with it now. Not good spacing early here for the Cadets. Right side to Calloway. She'll fake, go baseline, throw it up. The freshman shot is short and rebounded by Kintaw, and up quickly come the Falcons. In the lane goes number 24. She throws it up, but they'll say it was on the floor. That's Bonstreiger. And that foul, I believe, might be on Patterson. That's on Hetler, her first. And the Falcons will inbounds. Up top they'll come now, and now they'll reverse it back to the right side. That's Zook with the ball. She'll drive on Garcia and give it up to number 20. That's Lockwood. And back up top they'll go, and there's a shot and block. Ooh, they'll call a foul on Craig. Zook gets hit on the arm, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. Oh, did they say that was on the floor? No, that was in the process of shooting. So Zook will go to the line, and we'll have our first opportunity for points here with 6:02 to play in our first quarter. Zook will eye the first one. Up and good. So Zook on the board, and we're on the board for the first time with 6:02 to play. And Zook will eye the second one, right over the front of the rim, and good for Erica Zook. See if and now the Falcons, looks like they'll transition into a 2-3 matchup. Trying to figure out what they're running here. It might actually be, yeah, it's a 2-3 now. Patterson with it. She'll ball fake. Give it up to Garcia. She thinks about it, steps back, Shoots a three off the back of the rim, and it'll go out of bounds, and Fairfield will have the ball. So Concordia unable to figure out the zone early here of the Falcons. And the Falcons will have the ball and start their offense. Concordia will play man-to-man. Good backdoor cut there into the lane and blocked away as Bonstreiger tries to go up and shoots the ball. And the second block of the game for Craig. Patterson with the ball. She'll turn, she looks, throws it inside to Craig. The lefty will go up with it. She's bumped, but it will roll around and go in. So we're all tied up at 2. Falcons once again up the court to the right side. Bonstreiger with it. She'll look inside for Zook. She'll face up, shoot the left-handed shot. But Kintaw there with the rebound, and now Craig with the rebound. So Kintai with the rebound, but nothing there. And Chastity Craig, flat-footed rebound, gives the ball back to the Cadets. Right side, they'll go to Hetler. Hetler will look to Patterson. Cam Patterson gets some points on the board. She'll turn, fire it up top to Garcia. Garcia shoots a three. Good! You cannot get off of her. She is one of the best three-point shooters in Northeast Indiana, and she makes the Fairfield Falcons pay as Zook brings the ball up on the right side, and she'll give it to number 20. That's Lockwood. She'll keep it on the baseline, and they'll swing it all the way around to Zook, and now Bonstreiger left baseline. She'll go baseline, get around one player, bumped, and hits the shot. So Bonstreiger hits the bucket. She'll go to the line to shoot one, and who did that? Follows on Craig, and that will be her second. Her twin sister will check in. That's Chastity into the lineup for Chantisse. So Bonstreiger will shoot one. Her first one up and good. And the Falcons perfect from the line, and they tie it up at 5. Under 4 to play here in our first quarters. Paige Patterson will bring it up against the 2-3 zone. Hetler with it now. Now will Concordia's points come from the inside. More than likely they'll look for Hetler. Callaway on the right wing. She'll take one dribble and try to pass it out. The ball gets deflected. And it bounces off of Concordia's Paige Patterson's foot. As Zook ran over, grabbed it, threw it back in bounds, but it bounced off of Patterson, went out of bounds. And it'll be the Falcons' ball with 3:30 to play in our first quarter. They'll go to the right side to Lockwood. Now up top to Bonstreiger, around to Zook. She'll look inside, nothing there. She'll drive and kick it to Lockwood. Lockwood back outside, and around they'll go to Bonstreiger. She'll drive baseline. It's cut off. And now the ball will be tied up, and we'll have a jump ball. The ball will go over to the Cadets. So some good defense there by Concordia. And it'll be Patterson to Callaway. Callaway will, now the Falcons will go back to a straight man-to-man with 3 minutes to play. Garcia to Patterson. Concordia wants to slow the game down. They don't really want to get into a running game. Their main target, if they do have to run, they want to get it to Garcia because she's got some good handles. And she'll get around one player, go to the hoop, throw it up, and hit it. Garcia this season eclipsed the 1,000 mark, and she's just a junior for the Lady Cadets. They'll go to Bonstreiger up top to Lockwood. They'll go around to Zook on the left wing. She'll come back to the top and give it to Bonstreiger. She's bumped by Hetler, no call, and back to Zook. There's Bonstreiger around to Schwartz. Schwartz will take a dribble and kick it up top. Back to Schwartz. She'll pass it inside to Kintai. She loses control. She goes up, loses it. She travels. And we have our first sub into the game for the Falcons. It'll be number 22, Lashley, into the game. And she'll replace Kintai of Fairfield. 2 minutes to play in our first quarter. The Cadets lead by 2. That'll be Craig. That'll be Chastity Craig. And a wide open three again, and Garcia makes them pay. She's standing about 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line, and she drains it. Schwartz with it now inside to Lashley. Outside, but Lashley thinks the official, the zebra out there, catches the pass. It would have gone out of bounds. Turnover. Ball back to the Cadets. Into the lineup for the Cadets, Peyton Gully, and out CeCe Calloway. Peyton Gully is mostly just an offensive, well, I should say she's usually their point guard when she checks in, but she'll play the two guard here. She's not really a threat to score, but she plays some pretty good defense. Gully up top with the ball now. She'll turn and face up and find Craig. Craig turns, gives it to Garcia. 1:30 to play in our first quarter. Now back to Paige Patterson. You see Concordia overloading one side, and it looks like they still are unsure of what to do against this man-to-man defense. There's Garcia on Zook. She'll give it to Patterson. Back to Craig, or excuse me, Garcia will launch another three and good. Her third three of the first half, and it's a timeout on the court, Fairfield. The Lady Cadets lead. We'll see if it's a full timeout. It looks like it'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here at Columbia City. We've got 1:13 to play in our first quarter. It's the Carissa Garcia show here early. She's got 11 points. Once again, the winner of this game advances to either the Valparaiso or Logansport semi-state, and they will take on the winner of the Twin Lakes Regional. The winner of this game will face Hamilton Heights tonight at 8 o'clock here at Columbia City High School. If Concordia advances, we will have that game for you on SummitCitySports.com. After the timeout, it'll be inbounded by Zook, and she'll give it to Lockwood. Lockwood will bring it up, guarded by Patterson. Back to Zook on the right wing. She'll get a screen, and she'll keep the ball. She had a wide-open player under the basket, Lashley was, but they couldn't get it to her. Zook with it. Now she'll throw it into Lashley. Lashley faces up, has it blocked, and she turns it over. Garcia off to the races, no numbers. She'll go between the legs and kick it up to Patterson. Patterson in the lane. She fakes, kicks it inside to Chastity Craig, but it goes out of bounds. So Concordia getting good minutes out of Chastity Craig here early as her twin sister, Shantice, sits on the bench with those two fouls. I would imagine Coach Dave Miller will keep Shantice Craig on the bench as long as she can, as long as Concordia can hold this early lead. Up top to Peyton Gully. Like I said, she doesn't really look to shoot, so they'll just back off of her, and then they'll take the ball away. And it should be fouled by Peyton Gully. And I believe that was that 25 Schwartz that stole the ball, and then she got fouled. So Concordia with their 15th foul, 2 more, and the Falcons will be in the 1-on-1. Schwartz with the ball now. She's guarded by Patterson. Now to Zook. Zook gets a string by Lashley, and good hedge there by Craig. Cross court now to Schwartz. She'll launch a three and hit it. Excuse me, that was I guess that was Schwartz that hit that. They said Bonstreiger and then quickly changed it. And Concordia will have it. Garcia with it. That zone extends out. That's a bad idea against Garcia. She's very good against that, and she'll get fouled in the lane by either Lashley or Bonstreiger. Lashley will pick up her first. And Garcia will head to the line to shoot two. She's not a girl you want to foul. She is one heck of a foul shooter. She'll shoot the first one and good. She's got 12 points. And she'll have a chance to extend the lead to 7 if she hits this. Good form, good rotation, and another shot made by the junior. Off to the shot at the buzzer, no good, and that's how the first quarter will end. It's the Lady Cadets 15, the Falcons of Fairfield 8. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
It'll be Fairfield's ball to start our second quarter. Concordia with the big first quarter, scoring 15 points, but all 13 of them coming from their junior, Garcia, and she'll come up with a rebound right there off the miss by Bonstrager, and she'll bring it up the court. She'll go right side to Gully. Gully will look at it. Nope, she won't shoot it. Picks up her dribble, and now somebody's got to come get the ball from her. She'll give it to Libby Hetler. Concordia with not a real deep bench. We'll see if we see any Nautica Rogers. Nautica Rogers last year came here, and a transfer from Snyder came into the game and got hurt almost immediately as Peyton Gully's shot is off. And let's see who's got the rebound there. It's number 32, Littner, and she throws it away. Litweiler with the rebound. So into the game, number 23, Kintai back into the game, and Zook. Lashley and Litweiler out. And Falcons will extend that 2-3 zone out a little ways. They come out whenever Garcia's got the ball and guard her because she's made them pay already here. I like Peyton Gully taking that three, though, because that really can help the offense. If she can make them respect her a little bit, at least trying to shoot for the Cadets. See if Callaway takes some threes. She's also a pretty good shooter. Inside to Hetler. She'll throw it underneath to Craig, and she'll put it up and score. So Chastity Craig hits the shot, and my alma mater, the Concordia Cadets, lead here by 9. Zook will launch a three. It's off the back of the rim and rebounded by Carissa Garcia, and she'll push it. Now she'll back it out, and they'll have the ball with 6:30 remaining here in our first half. It's Callaway with the ball. Over to Peyton Gully. Paige Patterson will check in at the next whistle for the Cadets. Cadets in no hurry. They want to run some offense and some clock. They lead 17-8. Hetler with the ball back to Gully. Gully will come up top to Garcia. Coach Dave Miller turns and tells his junior point guard what play he wants to run. Callaway, a freshman, over to Hetler. She'll shoot the 15-footer off the front of the rim, and Lockwood with the rebound. And she'll push it up the court. She'll find Bonstrager on the right wing. Fires cross court. And cut off is Schwartz, and she traveled. Patterson into the game, and she'll replace, I believe, Peyton Gully. Patterson up the court. She'll take over the point guard position now. Callaway with it up top to Hetler. Hetler won't shoot it, so she'll pass it back to Callaway. Callaway to the hoop. She gets into the lane and misses a shot. And Bonstrager with a rebound for Fairfield. Zook with it now. She was guarded by Callaway. She looks inside for Kintai. Nothing there, so she'll have to kick it out to Schwartz, and they'll reset the offense. Schwartz with it on the right wing, guarded by Patterson. Good defense there. And now up top to Lockwood. 5:10 to play here in our first half. Bonstrager will drive baseline. She's been here numerous times, and that'll be on Hetler. That will be on her second foul. So Hetler sticks her hands in there, gets caught, and quickly Nautica Rogers up off the bench. And I believe she'll replace Libby Hetler. So both inside players for the Cadets in foul trouble here in our first half. Nautica Rogers, a pretty good basketball player in her own right. Rogers on the season just averaging 2 points, 3 rebounds. She's been dealing with a lot of injuries. She had the knee injury last year and an ankle injury that sidelined her for most of this season. Around they'll go to Bonstrager. She'll drive on Craig. Good defense there by Craig. Ball goes through the hands of Zook, but she corrals it and throws it up top. And they will call a legal screen on number 24, Bonstrager. That'll be her first, team second. The Fairfield will be in the bonus for the rest of the half. Concordia or Fairfield's only fouled twice, so it'll take a while for the Cadets to get close to shooting 1-on-1. And now it'll be Patterson with the ball over to Callaway. Callaway will stop, dribble between the legs, and kick it up to Patterson. She'll come to the top of the circle and now give it back to Callaway. She doesn't look to shoot. Garcia running all over the place. See if they might run her baseline here for a while. Inside to Rogers. She loses it. And it's Patterson will be called for the foul. So Patterson fouls, I believe it was Schwartz, and Schwartz will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1. The 17th foul on the Lady Cadets. And she'll eye it, fire it, and hit it. Schwartz with her fourth point. Lead down to 8. And one dribble, fires it, no good. Patterson comes in, gets it, and gives it to Craig, and she'll give it up to Garcia. And now the Falcons defense will extend even onto the other side of the court. They'll look inside and find Craig over to Callaway. She'll drive baseline, cut off there by Lockwood. And back up top, it'll come and around back to Callaway. She'll back it out. Under 4 to play here in our first half. Patterson inside to Craig, over to Callaway. Callaway thinks about it and back to Patterson. They're running a box and one. It's pretty much the offense. Rogers turns around, squares up, shoots, misses, gets her own rebound and misses the shot. Rogers with no legs on that follow-up as Zook has the ball now, and she'll bring it down the court. And now Patterson runs through the screen of Lockwood, and she'll pick up her second foul. Actually, I think she ran through the screen of number 25, Schwartz. And Craig will check in for Nautica Rogers, so Shantice Craig has to be careful. She has 2 fouls, and it was Lockwood that got ran over, and she'll go to the line and she'll shoot 1-on-1. That shot's up and off the back of the rim. A long rebound. It goes off of Zook and out of bounds as Zook actually outran Chastity Craig, but there was no real estate left over there on the baseline, and she stepped on the inline, and the ball will go back to the Cadets. Patterson with it now. See if Concordia just decides to run some clock here. They don't have to be in any hurry. They lead by 8. The clock's down to 3:20. They're daring Patterson to go in the lane. She'll kick it to a wide-open Garcia. She'll launch off the back of the rim, and Patterson will get the rebound. And the Concordia resets the offense inside to Craig. She'll turn, give it to Callaway. Callaway drives baseline, cut off by Lockwood. Lockwood's a heck of a defensive player. Back to Patterson. They're just daring her to shoot. She will not. And are they going to call an arm bar on Kintai, I believe? That is on number 23. Kintai, her first, team's third. Inside to Craig. She's fouled, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. She's a pretty good foul shooter. I believe that foul was on Kintai as well. That was, so Kintai picks up 2 fouls in 3 seconds. At the line shooting 2 will be Shantice Craig. She'll eye it off the back of the rim. A little hard on that one. Lashley back in the lineup. Kintai will take a seat with her 2 fouls. So we'll see if Coach Dave Miller goes a little defense for offense here to see if he might put Nautica Rogers back in for defense and try to save some fouls on Shantice Craig. That shot's up. Okay, we'll call that the Banks Open. She banks it in from the free throw line. It's a 9-point lead for the Cadets. Bonstreicher up top to Lockwood. Back around to Zook. Inside. Oh, that ball was not meant for anybody, but they came up with it and then turned it over to the Falcons. Garcia to the rim. Fouled. They'll say 2 shots for the Cadets. See who the foul was on. Lockwood with her first. Team's 5th. And Garcia at the line shooting 2 for the Cadets. And her first one rolls around and goes in. The junior doing a nice job in the first half. She's got 14, looking for 15. She'll shoot the second one, and nothing but net on that one. The lead now goes to 11 with 2:30 to play in our first half. It's Bonstreicher. She'll turn around and be guarded by Chastity Craig. She turns it over. Callaway picks it off. She'll go to the hoop. She's hit on the body, and I think they're going to call it on the ground. Lockwood picks up another foul. So a bad pass leads to a turnover, which leads to a foul. And Concordia will have the ball. And now both teams in 1-on-1 the rest of the way as number 20, is that 2032 back into the lineup. That's Litweiler back in, and she will replace Bonstreicher. Callaway, I thought they were throwing that to Callaway. It went to Garcia. 2:20 to play in our first half. Congratulations to the Southside Lady Archers. They advanced to tonight's regional championship down at Kokomo, and they'll probably play Carmel later tonight at 8 o'clock. Callaway from downtown off the back of the rim, and the shortest player on the court, Lockwood, with the rebound. Zook with it now, and she'll give it up to Schwartz. Schwartz has a go off her knee, and she could not get it before it went over the half-court line. And it's another turnover as Nautica Rogers checks in for Concordia. And, yes, Chantisse Craig will check out with 2 minutes to play here in our first quarter. Good move by Coach Dave Miller to try to save those fouls for the second half. I don't know if I'd use Chantisse Craig again in this quarter. I might try to go as far as I can and work the clock here with this possession. Run it down 50, 40 seconds, whatever you can do to try to save some time and fouls for your two big players who are in foul trouble. Patterson with it. They're daring her to shoot. She'll go to the top of the key. She won't shoot. She'll give it to Callaway. She'll shoot a three and hit it. The three by Callaway. So the freshman with a big shot here at the end of the first half. And that should have been another turnover. Not called. Bonstreicher with a three, and she drains it. So threes raining right now. We got 1:10 to play here in our first half. 23-12 our score. It's been Concordia pretty much the whole way. Can the Falcons find some offense here at the end of this first half? Garcia will turn, spot up, guarded by Litweiler. And now Coach Dave Miller saying back it out. We are in no hurry. Under 1 minute to play. At halftime, we'll try to get you some scores from around the area so we can let you know who advanced into semi-state. Callaway with the ball. She'll give it to Patterson. 40 seconds to play. Now to Garcia. They'll come up and double team her. They want her to get rid of the ball. Tough job there by Schwartz. She's got good handles as Patterson will have the ball. She'll dribble over to the left side. Give it to Garcia. 1-on-1 for both teams the remainder of the first half, and they'll come and double team her. And she'll throw it to Callaway. 25 seconds to play. Inside to Rogers. Rogers will turn and shoot off the rim, and it'll roll and go in. So now the Fairfield with the ball with 10 to play. It's Schwartz with it, over to Zook. Zook will look up top. 5 to play. Litweiler with the ball. 2 seconds. Can they get a shot off? And she traveled. 0.4 on the clock. 9 turnovers on the Falcons. And there's not much Concordia can do here. I would just say try to throw that ball onto the other side of the court. And let's go to halftime. And they'll throw it in, and that'll do it for our first half. It's the Lady Cadets of Concordia 25, the Lady Falcons of Fairfield 12. We're at halftime here at the Columbia City Regional. We'll take about a 5-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have scores from around the area. You are watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone, or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is a state-of-the-art facility that has become the home of sports in our region. Also the home of Parkview Sports Medicine with our new Ortho Express Clinic. AWP Sports, plus all kinds of club activity from basketball, volleyball, futsal, pickleball, and more. The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Check it out today. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hit, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne Hockey.
Plong with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at ONE, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top.
Welcome back to the Columbia City Girls Regional Basketball Tournament. We've got a good game going here as the Lady Cadets of Concordia lead over Fairfield at halftime, 25-12 between the hot shooting of Carissa Garcia in the first half. Before we went to break, I told you I'd try to look up some scores for you from around the area. We were only able to find 3 right now around the area, and these are all final scores. In our first game here at Columbia City, it was Hamilton Heights over Marion, 50-37, and what quite honestly was a sloppy game by Marion. They turned the ball over quite a bit, and before they knew it, after one, they were down 15-2 and could just never catch up against the Lady Huskies of Hamilton Heights. They advanced to tonight. They will play the winner of our game right now between Fairfield and Concordia. That game will start at 8 o'clock. If Concordia wins, we'll be back on the air starting at 7:50 here at Columbia City. Other finals from Indiana today in girls basketball. It was Southside over Carroll, 89-61. And that game, when it was in the third quarter, was close. But then Southside absolutely turned up the defense, and they got hot from the outside, namely J.C. Jones. And she was able to extend the lead and send Southside to the regional championship game tonight at Kokomo. More than likely, they'll take on Carmel later tonight, starting around 8 o'clock down at Kokomo High School. The only other final we were able to find for you was North White wins over Lakewood Park in an extremely close game, 29-28, and they will move on to play in the championship game later tonight. So those are the finals we have for you from around the area. Once again, the winner of this regional will advance, and they will head out to either Valparaiso or Logansport. And the winner of this regional will take on the winner of the Twin Lakes Regional next Saturday at either Valparaiso or Logansport. The teams return to the court. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, I'll have the individual scoring for you. You're watching live high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab.
We're back here live at Columbia City, our regional here, as Concordia leads at halftime by 13 over Fairfield. Let's take a look at the scoring. First for the Falcons of Fairfield, Erica Zook with 2 points, both from the foul line. They got only 2 other players that scored in the first half. It was Felicity Bonstreiger with 6 and Janine Schwartz with 4. For the Lady Cadets of Concordia, they got 14 for Carissa Garcia, 2 from Nautica Rogers, 3 from Cece Calloway, 2 from Chastity Craig, and 3 from Chastity Craig. So can the Falcons find a way to bust through the good defense of the Cadets here in the second half, or will Carissa Garcia continue her hot shooting and lead the Cadets to the regional championship game tonight at 8 here at the regional at Columbia City? So Concordia and both teams are back out on the court. They've got their final instructions, and they will be ready to go in about 1 minute. We'll take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half at the Columbia City Regional live on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
We are back here at Columbia City. We've got the start of the second half coming for you. It'll be Concordia's ball. Our officials for tonight's game are Bradley Warner of Anderson, Gary Trent of Noblesville, and Gary Chambers of Galveston. So it'll be Concordia's ball. Patterson will inbounds to Garcia. So it'll be Patterson, Garcia, Callaway, Chantise Craig, and Libby Hetler. For the Falcons, they'll start Schwartz, Zook, Kintai, Bonstreiger, and Lockwood. Concordia will give some patience here early. Good look underneath the Hetler. Through her hands and out of bounds. And an early turnover on the Cadets will give the ball to the Falcons. Libby Hetler not ready for that pass. A little zip on there from Craig right through the hands of Libby Hetler. It'll be Zook on the right wing. She'll drive. She's cut off by Garcia. And now Craig comes out. She'll throw it underneath to Kintai. She's tied up, but the ball will stay with the Falcons. They'll inbounds under their own basket. 7:28 to play here in our third quarter. The winner of this game advances to tonight's championship game to take on Heritage Heights at 8 o'clock. They'll get the ball in now. It'll go to Bonstrager around to Lockwood. Lockwood will turn, pick up her dribble, and give it up to Zook. Zook over to Schwartz. Schwartz looks for a screen, gets it. She'll keep dribbling around the baseline, throws it up, no good. And that's a rebound for Hetler. And now Concordia with the ball. They still lead by 13. Patterson with the ball. She hasn't really looked to shoot yet. Callaway has. Inside, they'll throw it to Craig. She'll shoot the 15-footer and an air ball. But Libby Hetler comes up with it, and she'll throw it outside and turn it another turnover. Off to the races is Zook. She'll go up. She's fouled on the body by Carissa Garcia, and that will be Garcia's second. And Zook will go to the line to shoot two with 6:52 remaining here in our third quarter. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports and like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as Zook hits the shot. Zook perfect from the line tonight. She'll eye the second one. It's up over the front of the rim and good. And now Fairfield comes up in a press. And no foul there. Zook ran over Patterson. Schwartz shoots it and rebounded by Hetler. And now Garcia will split a double team. She'll bring it up the court. She'll fake, and then she'll turn it over. Coach Dave Miller all over one of our officials right there. He's looking for a foul. Might have a point on the last possession as Patterson got ran over by Zook. And now they'll extend their defense again. Well, Fairfield, Concordia still showing some good patience. They lead by 11. Now it'll be right side to Callaway. She'll go to the right wing and now back out to Garcia. Inside to Hetler they'll get the ball to. She'll shoot the left-handed shot and hit it. Give the assist to Chastity Craig. Schwartz will drive baseline, cut off. Give it up to Bonstrager. Now up top to Lockwood. Lockwood will go to the right side to Zook. Zook will go back to the right. She's cut off, so she'll give it up to Schwartz. And up top they'll go to Bonstrager. Around to Lockwood. Back up top to Bonstrager, but now back to Zook. Kintai's got position. They just couldn't get the ball to her. Up top to Lockwood. She'll launch a three off the back of the rim, and it'll head towards the out of bounds. And it'll go out of bounds, and the ball will go back to the Cadets. They lead by 13. It'll be Patterson to inbounds to Garcia, and we'll see if they'll come up and double team her. She gets closer to the timeline. They don't, so she'll give it up to Patterson. Patterson back to Garcia. Concordia in no hurry. Inside they'll go to Craig, outside to Patterson. Now she will shoot off the side of the rim, and it'll be Zook with a rebound. Patterson had to shoot at least once to keep him honest. Bonstrager around Hetler, gives it up to Zook. She'll drive, bump, throws it up off the backboard, no good. And right there is Kintai, and she'll put it in. And now Patterson with the ball. She'll bring it up to court. And she'll give it up to Callaway. The lead down to 11. Libby Hetler wide open under the basket, but Callaway didn't want to take a chance. And Concordia will slow it down. 4:40 to play here in our third quarter. Craig will drive. She'll split a double team, and she's going to get called. No, they'll call a foul on the floor. It's either going to be on a Kintai or Lockwood. They'll call that on Lockwood, and that'll be her third. Each team with one foul. Into the lineup quickly comes Litweiler for Fairfield, and I believe she'll replace Lockwood. Patterson will inbounds with 4:40 to play in our third quarter. Cadets lead by 11. Hetler will pop out, get the ball. She'll shoot a three, in and out, and goes around to Schwartz of Fairfield. Up to court quickly to Bonstrager. She ball fakes, gets around one player, goes to the hoop and hits the shot. Lead down to 9. Fairfield coming to life here in our second half. Callaway catches it. I don't know if they'll get it over the timeline. Coach Dave Miller will take a quick timeout, as I think the 10-second call was going to be called. We'll see if it's a full or a 30. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab.
Garcia inbounded the ball to Patterson. He only missed about 1 second. Callaway with it now for the Cadets. They're trying to run a little high-low action with Hetler and Craig. Inside to Hetler. She's bumped, but she'll hit the shot. Hetler with their 4th point of the second half, and the lead goes back to 11 for the Cadets. Good timeout there by Coach Dave Miller. Settled the troops down, and they got a good look out of the timeout. It's Litweiler with the ball, and she'll drive to the left and kick it up to Schwartz. Schwartz around to Zook. Zook thinks about it. Now she'll drive, get to the top of the 15-foot line there. Right free throw line, cross court over to Litweiler. She'll drive on Hetler, cut off, and up top to Zook. A three-pointer on the way, off the back of the rim, and rebounded by Paige Patterson. And now Concordia looks to push. They'll slow it up, and Patterson loses control, and Zook will go to the hoop. She ball fakes and hits the shot. And we'll have a quick foul on Schwartz of the Falcons. That'll be her first. The team's, I believe, third. No, they're saying the second here in this half. And now Concordia is going to need to get some people up the court against this zone, and they'll bring Callaway up. She'll get the inbounds pass and dribble to her right. She'll give it to Garcia. Now Garcia has a chance to do something with it. She's got numbers in the lane. The fadeaway off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Craig. Up and good. Craig hits the shot, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the line. That foul's on 32, Litweiler. Craig will shoot one as Lockwood wants to come back in the game. And Litweiler will check out. Lockwood with 3 fouls. Craig at the line to shoot one. Concordia with an answer right there with 3:01 to play in our third quarter. They lead by 11, and now we've got a couple officials in the middle of the court discussing something. I'm not sure what the discrepancy is. Not sure if they think the score's wrong or the clock never started. So the two teams will take a quick break here, and the Concordia players will huddle up. That's the score I have, 31-20. And now we'll get back to action here as Lashley up off the bench. And she'll enter the game. They know that foul's on number 23. So it's not on Litweiler. It's on 23, Kentai. And that'll be her third, and she'll have to go to the bench. That may have been what the discussion was about, who the foul was on. Coach Brody Garber over there talking with one of the officials, and they're not agreeing with whatever's going on right now. So we've had about a 2-minute delay, and that's really that's like icing the free throw shooter. It's like icing the field goal kicker in a football game with a timeout. Coach Dave Miller not happy with what's going on, and he'll call his team over. And now it looks like they're going to change that foul again. So we'll see who the original foul was on. So I'm not sure. We're waiting to see if they change it here on the board. Yep, it's on number 25. That's on Schwartz. But now Coach Brody Garber had subbed out Kintai. He cannot bring her back in because he thought she had 3 fouls. At the line shooting will be the freshman. She banks it in again. Craig with her 7th point and the lead up to 12. Bonstreiger with the ball. She'll throw it over to, trying to see who that was. That was Schwartz. They'll go around to Lashley. Lashley will turn, take one dribble, pick it up. Now she's in trouble, and she'll give it up to Lockwood. Back to Schwartz. Schwartz up top to Bonstreiger, around to Zook, inside to Lapsley. She'll turn, square up, has it blocked right in her face, and Craig, and I think they're going to call a foul on Lashley. They do call it on Lashley. Lashley will pick up her 2nd, the team's 4th. And with 2:30 remaining here in our 3rd quarter, Concordia leads by 12. At some point, I'll bet the Fairfield Falcons pick up full court. Ooh, dangerous pass there by the Cadets. Patterson will kick it to Hetler, inside to Craig. She'll lose dribble. She'll throw it up top. That's not a travel. A lot of people screaming travel. Inside to Craig. She'll turn around and shoot the 13-footer, miss her own shot. Ball tips around and goes to Hetler of Concordia. So the senior Libby Hetler doesn't want her season to end. She hassles after that ball. We're under 2 minutes to play. Garcia with it. And Schwartz and Zook up there. As in the lane goes Craig. She'll shoot again off the backboard. Goes deflects around. And will be saved there by Bonstreiger. And she'll come up with the rebound. And the Falcons off to the races. Lockwood in the lane outside of Bonstreiger. Now back to Bonstreiger. She won't shoot the 3. And she'll kick it up to Zook. Zook on the right wing. Cross court to Schwartz. She'll launch a 3 off the back of the rim. And Zook with the offensive rebound. And she's bumped on the hip by CeCe Calloway. I believe Calloway might have got hit in the throat on that play. So Calloway will pick up her first, team 2nd. Kintai back in for Lashley and Chastity Craig in for Chantisse Craig. So Craig for Craig at the 123 mark. Concordia leads by 12. It'll be Kintai on the right side. She has the ball deflected away, and now back up to Schwartz and back to Kintai. She's right to the hoop, and she'll hit the shot. Garcia through the legs around a couple players. She keeps dribbling, throws it up to Patterson. And everybody wants to travel. There's no travel there. Inside to Hetler. Back up top, under a minute to play. Concordia leads by 10. Calloway open, decides not to shoot. She'll give it back to Patterson, now to Garcia. Hetler will run at the foul line now. She'll get the pass and give the ball to Garcia. 35 to play. She's got a double team coming, so she'll give it up. Inside to Craig. Craig cross courts to Calloway. She'll go to the right side. Backs it out and throws it to Patterson. Patterson back to Garcia with 25 seconds to play here in our 3rd quarter. Garcia will drive around 1, get in the lane, and pull it back out with 17 to play. And she'll dribble it off her foot, and that'll be over and back. So a turnover on Carissa Garcia gives the ball to the Falcons with a 12.6 to play here in our 3rd quarter. And they're going to give it to them underneath the basket. So up off the bench is Chantisse Craig. She'll come back in. And she'll replace her sister, Chastity Craig. And she'll guard Kintai as Zook will take it out with 12.6 to play here in our 3rd quarter. She'll give it to Kintai. Kintai will turn, give it back to Zook. Zook will go right at Garcia. Pull up, shoot the left-handed shot. Blocked by Craig. And now Garcia with it with 2. She'll launch one from over half court and short, and that will do it for our 3rd quarter. It's Concordia 32, the Falcons 22. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the final quarter live from the Columbia City Regional on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
Concordia will have the ball to start our final quarter here at the second semifinal here at the Columbia City Regional. Patterson will inbounds. She'll throw it over the top to Garcia. Garcia will be guarded by Schwartz. Can the Lady Falcons start hitting from the outside here in our final quarter? The winner of this game will take on Heritage Heights later tonight at 8 o'clock. If Concordia wins, you'll get that game live here on Summit City Sports. We'll come on the air about 7:50. Craig around the lane, and she gets away with a walk, and she hits the shot. And her 9th points give the Concordia Cadets a 12-point lead. Up top now it'll be Litweiler. She'll drive in and kick it out to Lockwood. Lockwood back to Litweiler. Litweiler will go to her left and find Lockwood. Now up top to Bonstreiger. Around to Schwartz and finds a wide open Litweiler. Air ball and rebounded by Callaway of Concordia. She'll dribble through a couple and they'll deflect it right back to her. She'll go to the hoop. Throw it up wildly. That's a turnover on Concordia. And Bonstreiger with the ball, and she'll give it to Schwartz. Now up top to Lockwood. 3 on the way. Off the side of the rim and rebounded by the Kintai. She'll go up and shoot, and Craig comes up with the ball. Then we'll have a tie-up, and the ball will go right back to Fairfield. So we've got subs into the game. Peyton Gully into the game, and she'll replace Callaway. Chastity Craig in. She'll replace Hetler. And I believe we also had a sub come in for, trying to check to see if we did. We did not have any subs there for Fairfield. They trail by 12 here in the final quarter. Litweiler with it. She'll drive, reverse. And there will be a foul, I believe, on Chastity Craig. So on Chastity Craig, her first. Team's third. And Zook will inbounds under her own basket. They'll give a screen there to Schwartz. She'll pop out. Nothing there. They look inside to Kintai. She goes up strong, misses it. Rebounded by Litweiler. The ball's on the floor. Lockwood comes up with it. Shoots and hits a 3. So Lockwood with a big 3, and I think we've got a timeout on the court, Fairfield. So the rebound goes to Lockwood, and she hits the 3. It's a full timeout. We'll stay right here. Once again, tonight's winner will advance out to the Logansport Semi-State or Valparaiso Semi-State and take on the winner of the Twin Lakes Regional. Big Eyed Fish supports Fort Wayne area athletics and has been around Northeast Indiana area for generations. Originally located at historic 1502 North Wells Street, you can also visit their express location at 3001 Hillegas Road and their express location at 10,380 Leo Road. Big Eyed Fish has a 4-star ranking with over 215 Google reviews. Find us at originalbigeyedfish.com or bigeyedfishexpress.com and like our Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fishing in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. 6:42 to play. It's a 9-point game, and now Fairfield will extend their defense to man across the court. No, they'll go to a 2-2-1. It'll be Patterson to inbound. She's got Gully out there along with Garcia, Shantice Craig, and Chastity Craig. And now we have not sure what's going on here. Bonstreiger up off the bench, and she'll replace, I believe, Litweiler. So Bonstreiger back in. She'll have Lockwood, Kintai, Schwartz, and Zook on the court for the final 6:42 of our second semifinal game here at the Columbia City Regional. Quickly, they'll inbounds it. Patterson will bring it up. She'll throw it up court to Craig. She'll turn and give it to Gully. Gully back to Patterson. I think Concordia really should not try to get too conservative here and still look for their shots when they can get it. Gully steps out of bounds. No, I think they're going to call a foul. That might be on that number that's on Lockwood, her fourth. So Lockwood, who just hit the three, picks up her fourth. And it'll be Gully to get the ball in the inbounds pass, and she'll have the ball taken away. To the hoop goes Schwartz. And is that Schwartz? That's Schwartz with the steal. And she hits the bucket, and she's fouled by Peyton Gully. So here come the Falcons with 6:21 to play, and Coach Miller's seen enough of Peyton Gully and Chastity Craig, and she quickly gets Hetler and Callaway back in the game. A 7-point lead now for Concordia, and Schwartz will go to the line to shoot the bonus. Concordia has led from the onset. Schwartz will eye it, fire it, and hit it. Lead down to 6. Gully with the ball now for Concordia. She'll get over the timeline, back it out. And she's got to be careful not to get trapped there. Dangerous pass. And Garcia with it now, guarded by a couple players. She'll get around couple. In the lane, fired up, misses. And they'll call Hetler over the back. As Garcia tried to shoot, Hetler pushed Kintai and picked up her third foul. So both teams with 5 team fouls here in our final half. Can Concordia hold on here? The Falcons have put on a run here in the second half. Concordia just scored 2 points. Ooh, off the face of Bonstreiger. She was lucky to come up with that ball. Zook launches a three. Good! So Zook from downtown, and we've got ourselves a ball game, a 3-point game. Patterson with it, up to Callaway. Callaway will stop, give it to Garcia. Garcia now backs out, guarded by a couple different players. Inside to Craig, she'll turn. She'll give the ball to Callaway. Callaway back to Garcia. A 3-point game here in our second semifinal. Patterson inside to Craig. She'll drive, go right to the hoop. Splits some defenders, comes up with her own rebound, and she's fouled on the way up. So Concordia in the 1-on-1 the rest of the way, but it'll be at the line shooting 2. Chantisse Craig, and that is on Zook, and that'll be her first. Team 6. Craig will shoot 2. 5:13 to play. Concordia leads by 3. She'll shoot off the back of the rim. She's already banked 2, so she is just 2 of 5 from the foul line. Chantisse Craig runs over to the sideline, throws something to an assistant coach. And she'll shoot her second one. And freshman at the line. She'll launch it off, totally misses, never hit any iron. And the ball back to Fairfield. They can tie with a 3 here. All the fans for the Falcons standing on their feet as the Falcons have got back into this game, once down by 13, now just down by 3. Bonstreiger to Zook in the lane. Fouled as she goes up. And they'll call that foul, I believe, on 44, Libby Hetler. Hetler with her 4th foul. She's claiming that she did not break verticality. I think she did, and it was a good call by the officials. So Zook will go to the line. She'll shoot 2. Good on the first. Timeout on the court. The Cadets will take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab.
It'll be Erica Zook to shoot the final shot of her two-shot foul. She can cut the lead to 1 point. At one point in the second half, the ball will roll around and go out, and Chastity Craig will come up with it. In the second half, Concordia is led by as many as 13, but it's down to 2 now with under 5 to play in our second semifinal. Craig with it now. She'll turn, find Garcia. She thinks about it, goes baseline. She'll pull up and shoot the runner off the side of the rim and off the hands of Bonstreicher and out of bounds. And the ball will stay with the Cadets. Can Concordia find another scorer here in the final quarter? Concordia has only scored 2 points here in our fourth quarter. Garcia to inbound. She'll turn, give it to Patterson on the right baseline. She'll throw it up top to Callaway. Callaway to Garcia. Garcia with not any points here in our second half. She'll get it right back from Craig. We're down to 4:30 to play. And there's a kick by Schwartz. And Concordia will have to inbounds it once again. They'll be right here on the near side. It'll be Patterson to inbounds. Concordia, I believe, just has 2 timeouts left, as Fairfield has 3. Cross court to Callaway. Maybe Callaway needs to look to score a little bit here in the final 4 minutes. Garcia with it again. She'll back it out inside to Craig. Craig will have the ball deflected away, but it goes to Callaway. She'll kick it to Craig, back to Craig. She'll shoot a 14-footer in and out, and rebounded by Patterson. Inside to Craig. She'll go with the runner and hit it. Shantice Craig, Concordia needed those points, and they lead by 4 with under 4 to play in our final quarter. It's Schwartz with it. She'll reverse it and give it to Bonstreicher. Bonstreicher will go left on Callaway, get the baseline up, and have it. No, they're going to call a foul. It's either, I believe they'll call it on Callaway. No, they'll say on, yes, on Callaway. At the line shooting 2. Bonstreicher will shoot 2 for the Falcons. She launches the first, and nothing but net there for Bonstreicher, the senior. And the lead back to 3 for the Cadets. Bonstreicher will shoot another one. It's good. And now the lead down to 2, 3:48 to play. Callaway will get the inbounds and right back to Patterson. Now to Garcia, and they'll come over and double team her. And the ball's tipped out of bounds by Schwartz. And Concordia will inbounds once again. Be interesting to see if maybe Coach Dave Miller brings Peyton Gully into the game too and have 4 guards out there. They'll get it across and give it to Craig. Back to Callaway, now to Garcia. She dribbles the ball off her knee again and out of bounds. Another turnover on Garcia. And now the Falcons can take the lead with a 3 or can tie with a 2. Schwartz with it, and she'll bring it up. She'll be the point guard. Lockwood's got 4 fouls, so she's out right now for the Falcons. She's their typical number 1 guard as Bonstreicher drives, cut off, gives it to Litweiler. Now up to Zook, around to Schwartz. Schwartz up top to Bonstreicher. Now to Zook. She thinks about it in the lane, pulls up. Inside to Kintai, and we've got ourselves a tie game. Kintai ties it up at 36. And there's another turnover on the Cadets. Their 10th as Patterson loses control of the ball. Another timeout A 30-second timeout by the Cadets. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
One Parkview Fieldhouse is a state-of-the-art facility that has become the home of sports in our region. Also the home of Parkview Sports Medicine with our new Ortho Express Clinic, AWP Sports, plus all kinds of club activity from basketball, volleyball, futsal, pickleball, and more. The Sport One Parkview Field.
Concordia led by as many as 13 points in the second half. That lead has been wiped out by the Fairfield Falcons. They have the ball after a turnover by Paige Patterson, and they will have the chance to take their first lead of the game. And it'll be Erica Zook to inbounds. Lockwood still not back in the. Yeah, Lockwood has come back in for, I believe it's Litweiler. So she's on the court with her 4 fouls. She's hit some big threes here in the second half. Schwartz will come up against Paige Patterson. She'll try to look for Lockwood. Backdoor cut by Zook, but cut off by Garcia. Now back to Zook. Zook inside to Kintai. She's got a wide open lane, and CC Calloway will foul Zook. I think they'll stay on the floor, but it should be 1-1 for Kintai. Up off the bench is Libby Hetler with her 4 fouls, and she'll replace Chastity Craig. So I believe it's 1-1 here for Kintai, and she can give the Falcons their first lead. Up and good, and the Falcons take their first lead of the game at the 2:48 mark of the second half. So Litweiler will check back in for Lockwood, and Kintai will shoot her second one. She'll eye it, fire short off the front of the rim, and Craig with the board. So a 1-point lead now for Fairfield. Now will Concordia have a sense of urgency. Almost a turnover. It's Calloway with the ball. She'll go between the legs and back it out. And Libby Hetler under the basket, wide open. Nobody can find her. Craig with it now. She'll have the ball. She'll reverse, shoot a right-handed runner, and hit it. So Shantice Craig with a big bucket for the Cadets. Cadets back in the lead by 1. We thought this would be a close game. Litweiler thinks about it. She'll drive on Calloway. Now back to Zook. She'll drive right. She's cut off. She'll fire it up. No good. Ball comes out to Calloway of Concordia. She might have been fouled on that play. A couple players went down. Patterson with the ball now. She'll kick it over to Calloway, and Calloway will control the ball with under 2 to play. A 1-point lead for the Cadets. A back-and-forth game now we've got. Over to Hetler on the right wing, into Craig. She has the ball deflected away and lost, and right back to the Falcons. A bad pass by Hetler. Bonstreiger wide open for a 3. She launches in and out, and Craig with the rebound. That ball was 3/4 of the way down. Garcia going to be fouled there by Schwartz. So now Garcia will go to the line to shoot 1-1. Garcia, good foul shooter. On Schwartz, she'll pick up, I believe, her 3rd foul. We have a sub coming in. That's Lockwood. She'll replace Litweiler. She's got to come in because this is 1-1. So Garcia will shoot with 1:31 to play here in our final quarter. The winner of this game advances to our 8 o'clock championship game to take on Heritage Heights. Garcia will eye. The junior will shoot. And in and out. And rebounded by Kintai. Up the court quickly. They come to Bonstreiger. She'll stop and give it back to Zook. Now to Schwartz. Over to Lockwood. I'd look inside for Kintai. Launched, 3-pointer on its way off the back of the rim. And Patterson comes up with a rebound for the Cadets. And I think they're going to call a foul on Schwartz again. No, they'll call it on Zook. So Garcia will go the other way. She just missed a 1-on-1. And now she will shoot again for the Cadets. A 1-possession game with 1:11 to play. Whether she makes them both. In and out again. And the rebound is Zook. And Coach Brody Garber will take a timeout and get a good set play here. I think it's a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
After the timeout, Fairfield will have the ball. They trail by 1:09 to play here in our final quarter. The winner to the championship game tonight. See if they run some clock here. Zook with it. They'll run a weave and look for a backdoor cut. Schwartz will launch a three from the left side. Good! Schwartz hits a three, and it's a 2-point lead for Fairfield with under 50 seconds to play. Garcia with it. And now she'll back it out. And now Dave Miller will use his final timeout, and Concordia will have to set it up. We'll see. I think it's a full timeout, so we'll take a quick timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. AW.
Quick time out there by both teams. Both teams got back out on the court. 40.3 to play. Concordia trails by 2. They'll give it to Garcia, and they will. She'll have a host of players come out no matter where she's at. Offense very stagnant here. They'll move the ball around. Three-pointer on the way by Callaway. Air ball, and it'll go all the way off of, they'll say, off of Craig. She was standing out of bounds. I thought that she threw it back in bounds off of Bonstriker, and now Concordia will have to pick up full court. We've got a whistle. I think we've got a sub that wants to come in for the Cadets. And that is what's going to happen. Concordia will pick up full court. And CC Callaway is going to come out of the game. And Chastity Craig will go in to guard the inbounds. They'll throw it into Zook. Concordia cannot wait. They're going to have to foul. There's a tip away on Zook. She'll come up to court, stops, gives it to Schwartz, and she's fouled by Garcia. Schwartz with the big second half. She has done a great job. She's got 11 points here, most of them in the second half. Callaway back up off the bench for the Cadets. She'll check in for Chastity Craig and go into the line to shoot 1-1. It'll be Schwartz of Fairfield. She hits them both. It's a two-possession game. She'll eye it, fire it around the rim, and it'll drop in. The lead now 3 for Fairfield. 18.8 seconds to play. The possession arrow is to Concordia if we have a tie-up. She'll launch, and good. A two-possession game for the Falcons, and Concordia will have to get up the court quickly and get something off. Garcia with it. She's guarded closely by Zook. She'll pull up, launch a three. Good! So Concordia had one timeout left. a 30-second timeout, so let's give you what's going on now. We have a 1-point game. Concordia has the possession arrow. Fairfield will take the ball out of bounds on the other side of the court. 10.8 to play. The winner of this game goes on to tonight's championship game to take on a very good Hamilton Heights team who beat Marion fairly easy this afternoon. They're a very well-coached team. Ball control is the name of the game for Hamilton Heights as they do a great job of holding on to the ball. They spread it out, play basically four corners, and let their guards do the work. So on the court for Fairfield, it'll be Lockwood, Bonstreiger, Schwartz, Zook, and Kintai. Concordia will counter with Garcia, Craig, Callaway, Hetler, and Patterson. And now it will also be the other Craig into the game. And I'm not sure who she's in for. It looks like Concordia has 6 players on the court. Yeah, they had 6. And they want a technical. The ball had never been inbound, so there will be no technical. Okay, so Lockwood to inbounds. And she'll run the baseline. She'll fake and give it right away to Schwartz. And Schwartz will go the other way and shoot 1-and-1. Only about 0.8 ran off the clock there. So she'll go the other way and shoot double bonus time. Even if she hits both of them, it's still a one-possession game. Foul was on Callaway. Her 4th. And Schwartz will take the shots. The senior at the line. She'll launch and in and out and rebounded by Craig. So now a big shot here coming for the senior. Schwartz will have to, she hits here. Concordia can tie or take the lead. And here's the shot, short off the front of the rim, bounces around and goes in. And it's a 2-point game with 10 seconds to play. Garcia's double teamed. Back to Patterson, 6 to play, over to Garcia. She'll have it, dribble around one player, pulls up, shoots a 3 off the backboard, and that'll do it. Concordia falls today to Fairfield, 43-41. So Fairfield will advance to the championship game to take on Hamilton Heights tonight at 8 o'clock. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll give you the individual scoring here at the regional. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
We're back for the final time here at the Columbia City Regional. Fairfield storms back in that second half and beats the Cadets 43-41 in a, I guess you would call it a little bit of a stunning ending as Concordia controlled the game for the majority of the game. Fairfield did not even take their first lead till 2:48 in the fourth quarter. So let's give you the scoring for this game. For the Fort Wayne Concordia, Dave Miller's team will end the season 17-8 overall, and they'll look to build on what could be a very good team next year with a lot of youth on the team. They got their leading scorer tonight, Carissa Garcia with 18, Nautica Rogers with 2, Cece Callaway with 3, Elizabeth Hetler with 4, Shantice Craig with 13 and 7 rebounds, Chastity Craig with 3 points and 1 rebound for the Lady Cadets, and they will end their season and look to next year. They've got a lot going on. Their JV team was pretty good this year, and Coach Dave Miller will reset the troops, and I'm sure we'll see them back here 1 year from now at this regional at Columbia City. For the victorious Fairfield girls basketball team, Brody Garber's team will now improve to 23-2, and they will move on to tonight's championship game and take on a very good Hamilton Heights team at 8 o'clock here at Columbia City High School. Scoring for them, Erica Zook with 10. They got 3 from Drea Lockwood. They got 7 from Jordan Kintai and 5 rebounds. They got 10 from Felicity Bonstreiger. And this afternoon's Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game is Jamie Schwartz with 14 points. And she hit a big one with 49 seconds to play to really, give the momentum directly to the Fairfield Falcons. And they will move on tonight to play Heritage. So congratulations to Brody Garber's Fairfield team. They'll play tonight in tonight's championship game. One note for you before we sign off, we'll have a championship game here in basketball. It'll be in girls, but it'll be down at Kokomo. That game will start around 8 o'clock. We know Southside has advanced a local team into that game. They will probably play against a very good Carmel team tonight at 8 o'clock. So that will do it here from the regional at Columbia City. Your final 43-41 Fairfield over Concordia. For my cameraman, Big Pat, I'm Ryan Dellinger, and you've been watching regional girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is a state-of-the-art facility that has become the home of sports in our region. Also the home of Parkview Sports Medicine with our new Ortho Express Clinic, AWP Sports, plus all kinds of club activity from basketball, volleyball, futsal, pickleball, and more. The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Check it out today. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits, guard!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne
Plong
hockey.
with the dink.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.